Hey, how's it going, Elizabeth? Nice to see you showing up today. I'm doing actually really well today. My day is actually kind of got off to an early start for once. Finally, I feel like I had a normal day starting. But I was just actually going to be doing a reading for someone. I thought I might as well come and do the general overall reading for tomorrow, um, in regards to our energies and where we need to kind of focus some of the internal energy that we may have still, right? It's always a process of healing. Every day is a new day. It brings in new drama. It brings in new differences. Everything is just almost like a new year every day that you get up, right? You know what I mean? Um, are you really? So that worked out for you? Oh my God. He's far away, or there's distance between you two? Well, I want to just say congratulations at least. And I'm glad that the information for you really worked out well. New love interest. Oh man, we were hitting it on the T there. We crossed our T's and dotted our I's. He's in the wow, and you're here in the US, right? He's in the Middle East. Wow. And you're gonna go there to see him? Or he's coming here? Why would you be so nervous? It's what is this, like high school again? Or are we in high school again? Hang on one sec. Just gotta grab something I forgot to do. Um, yeah, now I feel a little more humanistic. Okay, so back to your love interest. I want to know the details. How did you guys end up meeting again? Just on like chat or something? I remember you telling me about it, and I was just like, oh, joy, joy, joy. It's great when, I deliver the intuitive messages that I receive and you guys have it, to be accessible to the information through me, right? Wow, that's gonna, have you ever been like very far away? Have you traveled anywhere other than maybe this is gonna be your first international trip or what? Went to high school together. Wow. Were you guys something like when you were in high school too or what? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that the chat is going here. And you never had any contact and never knew it. Oh, one of those ones where you didn't make your move earlier in like high school, right? Just really good friends. Wow, and then now you're dating. Oh, how wonderful is that, eh? Knew somebody was coming forward, and we had to get rid of that connection with your ex for this to actually become into a relationship that you've wanted for, that you can be honored and respected in, right? So we had to cut that cord for your ex and let him go on his merry way and just disengage from his relationship, whether it be friendship or whatever. We cut that cord for us. And now you're going to go all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to see him. Like that is so cool. But you know what? Just go for the experience, right? Even if it, doesn't hit it off when you guys meet physically and you're not attracted, possibly, at least you can say, "Hey, I went somewhere internationally and had a good time," right? Right? So it's best to start it off on a neutral level. Like just as you know, acquaintances. Start being more intimate when you're a little bit further into the relationship. Like, it's not, jump in the bed right away kind of thing and see how you are sexually attracted, because usually when you're physically attracted to someone, it usually correlates with your sexual attraction as well. So you kind of mirror that energy out there as well. It's so new still. Are you feeling like, that he's not gonna, you seem like you're not confident enough in this, but you're excited, but you're not sure how to handle it, I guess, for the stress in the meantime. Wow. I would be stressed out. I would, if it was me and your, I would be like, dude, get me some coffee, get me some booze, because I can't handle this one. It's just like surreal. You know what I mean? Like, pour me a live one. But yeah, that's cool. I'm so proud. Hey, see? Emmy gets it done. I get it done every time I need to get it done. When it needs something needs to get done, just send it Emmy's way and Emmy will get it done. It is so surreal, isn't it? It's like who would have ever thought that, you'd be traveling around the world based on the messages from spirit and directing you in the direction of a new situation that I was telling you about. This is so cool. This is one for the memories down in the memory book. But yeah, that's so cool. I'm excited for you. I really am. I loved it when I went to Singapore as an international trip for myself, and it was the most amazing experience. Seeing in different cultures, seeing how other people kind of move in their, in their territory kind of thing. When we're talking about the spiritual part of it all, just seeing how they operate, in different cultures in different ways, and maybe learn a thing of the good and the bad. You'll have it all directly accessible to see, right? Kuwait, our Middle East. Wow, that's a pretty pretty big trip. Going to Kuwait or wherever East. Is it Kuwait that he's in? I keep hearing the word Kuwait. Being from the Middle Eastern, it's let's get these chopped. Dubai. Oh wow, you're going to see Dubai. Wow, and I think that's the one with all those like glass hotels, right? That big huge glass hotel they built like I don't know how many years ago, but they left like so many floors untouched for like a year or something. I can't remember, but they did that on that man-made island, and they built that big hotel. The biggest ones in the world as far as hotels are concerned. All right, so what we're gonna do the lunchtime kind of hang out. Hopefully we'll have somebody else coming in. So, all right. Let's get started. We'll see what we can pull out. We're going to see what kind of cards are going to be pulled for you today. I just want to see what's going on. Like, I want you to have a better understanding of your personal experiences. And don't forget, you've got a comment in the comment section, for my reviews to be, commented on. It's kind of hard for people to actually see it when they're looking at the chat session. They kind of just want to know, read the reviews kind of energy. So if you can remember to leave a review on the videos when you do get your readings done, it'd be greatly appreciated. All right, so we're going to get started with this. We're going to do our smudge, and then we're going to get started with our, I'm feeling like there's a lot of blockages coming through. So we want to clear the blockages so we can receive, be on the receiving end. My journey will take me far and wide, cleanse anybody wherever I go. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a little smudge up there. Wow, I can't. I'm stoked. I was the one that gave you the reading, and I'm just stoked that this is all, happening for you. It's excitement. I really, actually, I'm very, very glad I took this challenge on as a shaman spirit guide, physically, But yeah, I don't know. Is there something that you want to know, Elizabeth? That you might have a question that you want to ask about him? Just seeing. I know it happened within days. See, and you know what? The one thing when I do energy love relationships, they usually happen within days. Okay, like I said, give it a week. If nothing happens, just get back in touch with me. But guaranteed something will happen. And sure enough, what happened? You met this guy. And 2 days later, wow, bang, boom, you're going off to Kuwait. Or Dubai, sorry. And who would have thought 2 weeks ago you would have ever been going down this path? You know what I mean? So you never probably would have ever even came into a conscious understanding that you're going to the Middle East. You're going away. You're going on a holiday that you never could have seen coming towards you, right? So we'll pull out the witch's throat and see what's going on, okay? Let's see what's going on for you, my lovely girl. You're so awesome. So we're just going to do this one. If there's anybody else that's watching or... wow, but take advantage of it. You're going on a holiday. Even if things don't work out, at least you went and tried and gave it a shot. But I don't feel that that's an issue. I don't feel that that's going to be the problem at all. I think it's going to be more the long distance situation that you're both going to have if you decide to take it to the next level, right? Because he's in the Middle East, you're out here in Canada, and you want, is it going to be a move that he's willing to make? These are questions that you should be thinking about, but we can ask Spirit what the direction is, that his intentions are pure. Are they willing? Is he willing to compromise? What is his motivation? Right? Yeah, just go with the flow. Appreciate that you get to go and experience it. Just think of it, as you're kind of vamping up, or I can't even talk. While you're vamping up your energy in regards to going on this holiday, always remember to keep your, made me forget now, keep your balance. Don't go, stressing yourself out more. Try to stay kind of distracted from it, so you're not totally, everything is going towards that. You're sending so much energy out, but keep it little for yourself. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing experience when you actually find somebody. But the relationship might be, difficult to do when you're in a long distance, but you have to understand that both parties are, um, in different levels as well, right? So you need to find out what kind of level he's on, if he even understands that concept of the spiritual part, and be accepting of it. I don't know anything about him, but we're going to find out. We're going to pull a couple of cards in regards to who this gentleman that she's going to meet. Is there any direction or insight that we can give her today, Spirit, for the sake of her sanity and friendships and whatever is in store? We've got a lot in store. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Let's see what we got. All right, so seeing as nobody else is here, I'm going to give you a bit of a reading here. So we've got card number 1, we have the shadow side. So you're still working on this. You're still working on the shadows and the darker side of yourself. But you're working through it. It's been a priority, number 1 on your list of being able to deal with the dark energy that is surrounding you right now. The shadows don't have to be fearful. They're just replications of yourself as dark matter, right? It's just reiterating your personal aspects or personality with that. And it's hard work sometimes because we don't like to come out sometimes with information. We feel like we just want to keep and bury it inside. This could be, some trauma that you may have experienced either as a young person or a young adult. I'm feeling that there's somebody's going to reveal something about themselves that is very difficult to talk about. So there may be somebody in your circle or someone that you may meet that has a little bit harder time dealing with situations. So this could be a friend. So we've got 15. Okay. Then we have the 5 of Wands. So there's the battle of the sexes. And you basically won your journey on your path. You are being guided and you are being well protected by the dragon energy. The dragons are showing themselves and they are taking on, the best possible way for you to be able to maneuver in your life. They're your guardians, they're your protectors. They will go to spiritual battle for you. It's like How I Trained My Dragon, that little Walt Disney movie. That's what comes to mind to me. How to train a dragon when you got to learn how to ride the dragon. You got to have to learn when to make them breathe fire. All these things that are new. It's like going out and taking your driver's license, and you're used to driving automatic. Okay, so then you go and drive a manual car. So you know how the difference is when you're doing the clutch. You just, it gets confusing, right? It's a hoot to sit there and jerk, and you're just like trying to get the gas and the pedal, the release pedal fast enough, and it's like you're having a hard time, experience, right? You had to have experienced that already. We have the Star card in reverse, so all the cards are in reverse, but they're areas that are very easily these next 2 cards. Oh, we even have the outcome card, so we'll put him over there. So we're going to see what am mirroring all of these energies that we've pulled so far from the shadow side, 5 of Wands, and the Star card. We're going to see what is mirroring it. Okay, so these ones should be right side up if I'm lucky. Okay, so we're going to flip. No, we still have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, give us a few up ones. The Magician, magic, making things happen. Hello. Now all the rest can fall into place. Use your skills, use your magic, get in tune with your higher self and your mystical part of yourself to be able to do some manifesting for this new partner that's coming along. right? So this could have been, this is your central energy. You're at the center of this reading. You're the magician. You're the one that's creating. You're making all these decisions and creating stuff, and it's working for you. It's creating, people to be brought into your life. I don't even know how to explain that one. And then here we have the Ace of Swords. That everything is beginning now. It's a new. You went through. Okay, so I run diagonally. Okay, so the first card that came out was the shadow side. Okay, so that was dealing with the darker, more intimate places of yourself that you have gone to, but you just aren't ready to deal with, and that's perfectly fine. And then you have the Magician in the next line, so maybe that's where you're going to have to draw your energy from, is from the Magician being able to do his work. Okay, but this is your energy, and I feel that there's a definite fire afoot. Okay, so there's definitely a fire energy. um, you know there's there's the Empress energy for nature coming through, and then we have the Ace of Swords, which is at the end of the line for the new beginning. So you've got the Ace of Swords um, as your final outcome. And now that you've got the skills that the Magician knows how to manifest, or understands that there's someone that can do it for them, or they teach you to do it yourself. And the Queen of Swords is like, okay, you're unsure, right? Like you said, you mentioned before, you're unsure about this. But I do feel that, even when I flip it up, that you're still grounded. You're still keeping yourself grounded. Um, to like that little rock there, you've got your feet grounded with Mother Earth, and you're being appreciative of what she's offering to you as the universal information, or experiences that you get to sit on a rocky edge and experience if you want. So it's being a solid foundation. Okay, so you definitely want to be building your solid foundation as you're growing, right? As you're experiencing things, as things are coming to you. Allow them just to flow to you. Don't block them. Just let them go. Like your energy and your communication can be brought through like a thread, almost attaching itself to the person that you're thinking of, right? Um, and so you're definitely, have done all the Five of Wands. You've already done the Star card, pouring out water, finding balance, finding where you belong. Even if it's like wishing upon a star in the evening time, you talk to the universe, and ask for things, and just be a creative person when asking, right? And maybe this also could be somebody that is unsure of things, that is a little bit scared of new things. That's why you're going to remain grounded. You're not going to let your head get up into the clouds too far, and we're going to take it one step at a time. And I will be your go-to person. If you need any other information, feel free to ask a question if you want. We need to clarify a card in this reading right now. Um, but we're going to hit the outcome first. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for a minute. I want some more clarification on this Ace of Swords. Okay, so we want the Ace of Swords, clarifying on the Ace of Swords. Which new beginning is... Oh, okay, okay. So there we go. We have the confirmation of why we're getting so much upside down energy. I think it's because it's him that's kind of not understanding. Like, the waves are coming in, but he's not moving. Like, he's very stubborn in his way. It could be a Taurus energy, because usually if people see large waves coming at them, they usually try to run, or brace themselves for it. But this guy's just kind of like not even clued into how foolish it's going to look when that little throne of his falls into the water, because the water came rushing up, right? So preparing for this energy, and it could be the person with Cancer in their chart. I do feel it's a water sign in the chart as well, but the main one is like an oyster. For some reason, it's like the pearl. The pearl that the oyster creates over so many years, or are being created and made that pearl the way it is. And the durability, and how a oyster actually can open up and give you the most amazing gift of a pearl, and not be questioning it, right? So this could be him trying to find ways to be able to come closer or be a bit closer on that level. He's willing to make an offer to you. He may wait until you come there, but spend as much time, hanging out together, getting to know each other. And how long are you going for? Are you going for a period of time, or are you going for like a week, or, you know, but within that time, there's definitely going to be some reveals for you. He's a very confident person. The person that you're connecting with, he's very confident in everything that he does. He doesn't, waste much time, pondering things. He's like a kind of a go-get-em energy, but does like to relax when, the day's over and everything's like winding down for the day. But he's just like go, 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 like go, gadget, Mr. Inspector Gadget that's got, everything in the sun, but he's missing the one thing that is leaving him. This could be like the rocky ledge that both of you guys could be experiencing, right? So the Queen of Swords, then you have the Knight of Cups, right? So you have both waters, so this could be earth, water signs that are connecting together. But I do see that, there could be, on this gentleman here, which is the person that you're connecting with, I do see that if this water is allowed to continue coming up and eroding away gradually, he's going to fall in, and you know he doesn't want to be falling anymore. He wants to be able to move away from the rocky edge, but you're doing the same thing. Like you're both are taking risks and experiences at your own pace. Whether it be you get hit by that tidal wave or not is up to you. If you want to stay there and cleanse with a tidal wave, then have at her. But I do see that you are being the magician now. You're creating this, and that's why you're getting to be experiencing the Ace of Swords now as well. That has come into play, right? But then we go down to this. Let's switch that one here. There's this that has to happen. Okay, so this is, clearing the air, clearing the energies, allowing. It doesn't mean that you have to have it. It's more about the light that's coming from the top of the tower. Okay, that you didn't see it coming, but there is light and energy that are within that tower that want you to make sure that this is the right connection. How are you going to fare if this was to happen? I don't feel as this is going to be an energy that's going to happen, but I think it's more of a warning sign to be careful, with your personal self, especially. Don't let him to think that he's in control or anything. But it may work, it may not. Be nicer if it was in reverse, because then you're floating, you're going up, you're not going down. But with the light that's engaging out of here, I think it's that we all need to take time and review our life's past. Where are we headed? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? For what purpose? How is it going to benefit society? How is it going to benefit me as a conduit for the messages? So you got to ask those questions. You definitely have to ask questions. And remember, it's not about the question you ask, it's about how you ask the question. So here is the final card. This is the outcome card. And I have a funny feeling you're the mermaid. You are the mermaid energy that is waiting patiently for her prince to come and take and whisk her away. Remember that one with what's her name in it? It was called what was it called? Where Hannah, I don't remember her name now. Hannah, that played the mermaid in that movie where she was lying in the tub and her fin folds out. Hannah, I can't remember her name. Come on, give it to me. But she played the mermaid, right? The mermaid that fell in love with the guy that was on the ground. Like falling in love with somebody that she could never really have. Okay, so, this is your shining armor coming to rescue you and bring you out into his world and appreciate you. Okay, so you're sitting there enjoying, the companionship, and you might be feeling kind of overwhelmed right now and kind of alone and kind of confused and not sure of, what you're expecting. And the best idea or best advice I can give you is don't have expectations. Okay, don't walk into that relationship, even for a friendship, don't have expectations of another person, that, they may have a different idea of how they want, to spend a special moment with you, right? So let them approach, let them be the givers, let you be the receiver, And, set that tone from the time you start, dating, that you want to be respected, and you want to have people, respecting you as a human, right? As another human being that, is deserving of love, right? So you're waiting for your man to come around, but you'll continue waiting. You're okay with that. You're okay with what is coming, but you're excited, but there's got to be some patience involved with it, right? So patience never runs out. It never runs out. But you know, that one is jumping all over the place. I just fiddled with that one. That's a jumper. Okay, so we're gonna pull one more card for the future. What is in store for her in the future? And we have you balancing. And look at this. Look at you. You got a tenor. Ends, new beginnings, and like, Yahoo! We made it. Yahoo! We made it. We did it. We did it, buddy. And then we've got, which one is over here? And there we are. We're trying to juggle everything. We're more in tune with ourselves, and we're able to do this. We've got this covered now. This is in lockdown mode. Like, I don't have to explain anything about these two cards. They speak for themselves. So this was a reading on yours, Elizabeth. This is a happy union, and this is because he's willing to either balance his schedule or his, energy, and he's trying to work the two energies together. Do you see what I mean? Like, he's got one energy here, which is his. The other energy would be, whoever he's connecting with, which is you. And trying to balance and keep them both going without losing one is a very difficult feat. But you guys will get through it. He's a man. He'll figure it out, and he will be an understanding person. He'll understand you for what you have experienced, and share some of it with him. Maybe he has kind of been questioning things himself, or things that you can show him, that how crazy the world is out there for this to happen. And I give you credit for this, because this is what happened when I met my partner. He was just at a random spot at a random time, and I ended up meeting him, and I was like, hey, bring him along. And they, and now 5 years later, we're still together. So with a word of advice, take it slow. Don't bring out all the information. um, I don't think that you have to share a lot with him. He's not going to be that type of person that's going to want to know everything or every detail of what's going on. But I do feel that you have to just be straightforward, straightforward in your approaches with him. If you have to act a little cold for him to chase you, let him be the chaser and you be the chasee. It's going to create like a lot of different things. But this tower moment that may be inevitable is maybe that last bit of clearing away of that energy that you've had to deal with for so long, Elizabeth, that it's time to, now you can finally say, I can let go. Okay, I can let go, and I'll be safe and sound. I will be okay, right, from that tower moment. And that's okay, because really at the bottom of the heap, I don't know if it's pillows or what it is, but I think that you're going to be able to land softly. You'll understand to get your body in position for a nice landing. You came prepared for that tower moment. I would just say, make sure you're prepared for it, because it could be somebody that is, envious of you, that's jealous of, being able to manifest, and, having the direction to be able to understand, um, making dreams happen, right? And that's why I have my native dreams, because I make dreams happen for people. Um, but yeah, so the balancing act, I think both of you are going to try to balance this relationship, and give it a go. I really would say give it a go. There's nothing in the cards saying that you shouldn't. There's no third party. There's nobody else that's involved with him. He's basically on his own. You're in your throne. He's in his throne. And I think the water signs, um, if you are a water sign or he's a water sign, um, yeah, so, and there you go. He's very straightforward. He gets his point across, and I think that's where you guys are going to be able to um, support each other in the directions. So, don't think of that tower moment. It's bringing you guys closer, because if you can survive that tower moment together, then there's nothing that can take you, right? He's a Virgo, and I am an Aries. Oh, okay. So you're, yeah, okay. Um, so yeah, so he's looking at you straight on. You're the magician. You're able to create this, even though you're having Maybe this is your alter ego getting upset because she didn't win. There may be women that are out to, you know, destroy like this kind of person. I'm not saying that this is the type that you need to look out for, but there is ones that are calculating people that are trying to, you know, start something, right? But don't let them. You know exactly your value, and you will experience it and grow into it. Because you got the 10. From a tower moment, you're still on your throne, you're still moving, you're still jiving, and then you have the ten of cups here for you, which means a completion of relationship. So this is a new relationship now that's coming forward for you with the Ace of Swords coming in, and we also have the Two of Pentacles where you're going to try to balance this relationship a little bit better than you have had to deal with in the past with exes and such. But you have a clean villa, you got a um, clean access, clean, what do I want to say? A cleansing of your sword has now been done, right? So you've cleaned your sword, you've dealt with all your underlying issues, and that's why now there's the possibility of you are prepared for a relationship now. You're healing, you've basically have cut whatever you need out of your life for this meeting to happen. So make sure you're focusing for that 10 of cups that is your last card, but also notice that you'll be giving yourself a sword that's brought by the higher self, right? Because it's brought to you by the eagle there in the picture. So you get to choose how you use this sword very wisely. Don't try not to collect anymore. Let the other ones go. You don't really need more than one, really. It's like having two coffee makers on the same, and you're using both of them. That just doesn't, you don't really need to have the secondary one, right? So um, just keep in your little pouch that what you need, right? And balancing. And you may feel like you're kind of, at first you may feel kind of like he's not interested, okay? Um, but at the same point, you're still kind of looking back, you're trying to do information checks, and you're wondering, you want to make sure that this is the right relationship for you. But the only way you're going to know is to actually come on land and find out for yourself, right? So this water energy is definitely being kind of a blockage. Um, is definitely being a blockage, and it didn't get out to sea fast enough. So she's kind of sitting there in the dumps because she can't go anywhere, because look at how is she going to go anywhere. There's no water around, there's no way that she's going to go feet and walk out of there. Like she's kind of stuck and doesn't want to be stuck anymore. She wants to be able to reveal herself to the world and show off the beauty. But there's like smoke coming from the background, so there may be like something that's going on that is creating chaos for you. You don't want chaos, so let whatever is coming towards you to try to create that chaos, whether it be a person, a place, or thing, go into magician mode, right? Do you see his energy as with John? I do see him kind of being like not going all the way personally into it yet. I think he's been hurt before, but he's willing to take the challenge. He understands you can't be angry forever. You can't be, sitting in worry mode, or sitting in the what do they call it, mourning, right? The mourning session of somebody's, the existence of somebody's higher self, or your personal spiritual death that you can repeat quite a few times over and over again. But I feel that he's confident enough. He's not gonna let you see him as himself quite yet. He's very withdrawn. Like, he's withdrawn in the sense of he's gonna protect his energy and only reveal certain things that are pertinent to getting started. But I think that that's his way of being able to be grounded and have boundaries for the situation. That he's not requiring any information. He's willing to set it apart, take his cup, make his offer, and sit back and wait. And so he's doing the same thing which you did in regards to manifesting him, right? And I don't see his energy withdrawing. I see him going more inside and trying to understand himself and how this all came about. So he probably has questions as to why, how, and where was this possibly to be made. And all it takes is a white candle, a red candle, and affirmation saying the person's name, and bang, boom, you got them, right? You got what you asked the universe for, right there. And that's all you wanted, was somebody to be in your corner this time, be cheering you on, and supporting you in your endeavors and everything that are going on in your life. So that is a wicked love reading for you, Elizabeth. I'm so gracious that I was able to give that to you. And don't forget, you got to balance. You got to learn to balance the two, because it's going to get pretty hectic if you guys are going to be doing a long distance relationship. That's hard to juggle for some people. So, maybe set the ground, set the boundaries. If you end up doing a connection with him, or you start getting involved, or you want to be having a relationship and on this love kind of vibe that we've kind of picked up, allow it to happen. Let it go naturally. Don't try to um, get too serious at first, but just kind of put your own boundaries up. You don't have to say what your boundary is between you and him, but it's your protective layer against harm, or his ill intent, if he does end up having any, or some other vengeful kind of ex-girlfriend of his could be lurking in the background kind of thing, right? But we're going to check the bottom of the pile. And so the bottom of the deck, we ended up with the death card. So that means that endings have to happen, with relationship wise. So the death card is here. You're going to end up putting something to rest now. Okay, so whatever that may be that you're needing to put to rest right now, is your personal aspects, that you want to maybe just put them away and deal with them later. Unfortunately, death isn't waiting. It's not waiting until you can work through everything and then, stand around waiting and wait and wait and wait. Because he will if you want him to. He's always, he's not in a rush to go anywhere, really, because he's already gone, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So the death card is the new beginning, ending, that you now manifested for yourself. And with Mr. Middle Eastern fella, Mr. Dubai. We'll call him Mr. Dubai. So what's in store for Mr. Dubai? Does Mr. Dubai have any messages that he wants to have received? Oh man, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess. All right, let's get this story. All right, Mr. Dubai. Mr. Dubai sounds amazing. Like you've got a really mature energy there. I feel that that's going to be a very beneficial point for you, that this person can, actually be an adult and be accountable for himself, unlike maybe some others that have, a weaker kind of situation where they're not putting forward what is needing to be put forward for a relationship to continue on, right? So with that said, we are going to pull a card for Mr. Dubai as to is the energy field. We need to look at him. So let's see what's in the cards for Mr. Dubai. Let's ask him. Let's go and view what's going on for his thought and theory and everything that's going on in his life today. So we're going to go and do there we go. So the Lover's card, bam! Look at that. Bam, 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 bam. Wow. He's really into this. He's thinking it's going to be 3 days is going to be like a whirlwind kind of romance. But like how more direct can universe be here with giving you the Lover's card, and you being in love, he's going to be in love, everybody's going to be in love. And he's a little bit reserved, right? You see how it's kind of, there's still a little bit space. He's too shy to give you a kiss, right? So he's very shy, reserved. He's not gonna flaunt his his desire for you in public. It's gonna be more intimate, but there's the two of you. It's like Gone with the Wind, and you got the angel looking down over top, blessing the union, and you guys are almost ready to kiss, and then it's like, oh, he shied away. You shied away. See? Look, there's a space between you. You're ready to go in for the kiss, and then, he just had to start talking. He's telling you something. He's whispering in your ear. What do you want to happen? Now, this is where you have to see the stairs behind him. There's all this. He's kind of like asking questions. He wants to know where you stand. He's going to be immediately attracted to you. And then he's going to ask you for, what is your biggest dream? You guys are going to be able to connect together. But I do feel that, he's going to be an honorable person. He's not going to give you a kiss on the first date. He's going to be respectful and get to know you as you, you know. And then maybe on the third day, we might have something different, Mike. So we haven't figured that out yet. But when you do go, this is what it's going to be like. It's going to be like a whirlwind romance is what I'm seeing. Being a far distance between each other is only a small distance. So when you're connected with somebody, there's many ways to be in touch. The physical part is really hard to get to work, right? I think is a very difficult energy for some people to do over long distance. But doing this over long distance, it still allows you to have your personal space, allowing to, be able to have a sanctuary of your own, right? But I do see that he's going to come across with an offer to you. What that offer is possibly, wanting to start a relationship. And then look at that. Look what we have on the bottom of the deck. Like, girl, I could be going for hours with this reading. Like, seriously, I could go for hours. Look at the information that's coming through. Now you have the Ace of Cups overflowing. So you've got a lot of stuff that's coming in for you. And what do we have underneath that? The Five of Pentacles kind of being frozen in place, like you're not sure which way you want to go. Are we going for the cups? Or are we going for the man? Are we, a little bit of confusion kind of hits you last minute, but don't let it ruin your trip. You're just keeping everything in point and checking on it. And remember that you're, moving in a more loving, more caring, existence. So you got the Lovers again, so the Ace of Cups. I could probably pull this whole deck probably 4 or 5 times before the cards will run out of messages for you. Like, seriously, that's what I mean. When I get like bundles of cards that drop, I try not to take them because I don't want too many things coinciding with whatever the reading is for, right? So we want to more know about this Ace of Cups with the Lovers. What's going on with that? What can we expect to happen with this union or this direction that somebody has decided to take in their life? All right, so let's see what we got. Come on, one card, please. One card, spirits, give me one card. I need a card. I need one card. I need a little card here. Anybody got a card for me? Anybody got a little card? Anybody got a card? Come on, give me some. Oh, there we go. And wow, look at this. Like you are so gonna love this. You are so gonna love it. Look at the amazing girl that walked out from behind the willows. Look at that. That's amazing. That's how you are going to win this guy's heart. You are definitely going to be wow factoring this one. You don't need to bring much along on the trip because you're not going to go very far, but you're going a lot farther than you thought you were. So make sure you got the best wand you can, use as a walking stick, but look at you, Shaban, right? It is. It's a beauty of a card, moving forward from all this battling and all this frustration to be able to walk away and just leave it all behind, so there you go. So this is your energy and you're coming through. You're ready for whatever's in store. You're definitely going to be prepared for it, right? And there is you 100%. You want this to go to the next level before you even get there. I think you're trying to get the situation a little bit more heated up so that the sexual attraction builds up. You're going to fall in love. He's going to fall in love. And then you both are going to be in love. And then I have to go and be in love to make sure that you guys are in love and how the love thing keeps going. You see what I mean, love? So just deal with it. Deal with it. Okay. All right. So let's move on because I know there's people in chat waiting for their readings. So let's get started on the chat readings. Okay, but that was a fun one for you. That was a really cool one, Elizabeth. That was like, wow, that was a lot to take in. And you're most welcome, Elizabeth, on that reading. I think you deserved it. You definitely needed that information to come through for you. So we are now going to open up for people to have a reading. Okay. You're more than welcome to be excused. More than welcome. You're most welcome. You can go replay it again all you want. Go replay it if you want. Have at her, It'll give you, sometimes we have to hear the things before it's, because it's so surreal sometimes. You hear it and it's like, no fucking way. That's not possible. How can it be possible? Well, just say it's possible. That's all I need to say. And I'm having a smoke break. 45 minutes in, yeah, I deserve to have one of those. Whatever it might. Oh, yeah. So yeah. All right, so let's get the show on the road. Okay, so we have people in chat waiting for a reading, I'm assuming. Give me a second here just to kind of have a 5-second break. So those can go there for right now. I just need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so just so you guys know, these are the 3 cards that I use. And it's all changed. It changed last night for me. It did. It really changed. For me last night. I have now been blessed with cards that have a sexual identity. And what I mean by that is, last night I was pulling up my Rider-Waite cards from a little bag. And as soon as I touched them, it was like masculine. So masculine messages coming? No. Then once I let it set it towards the other deck, that is another Rider-Waite cloning, but it's a Witch's Tarot. It's a little bit different. It's more detailed. It was like female, male, god and goddess, right? That's all it is. So my old Rider-Waite tarot deck cards are now going to reveal for the masculine, and then the Witch's Tarot is going to do female direction. So wondering where you go. The masculine ones are the ones that we're going to do for check-ins on relationships and stuff. If this is if you're having a relationship issue, please feel free to put, whether you want the female or male perspective when you request a viewing or a reading during this live stream. And then we do the overall. So we're going to get started with the overall reading, overall energy for whoever we are connecting with in our lives. We find direction and truth. Gratefully blessed with, abundance, wealth, and all that good stuff. So hopefully have hope, have faith, and just want to believe in something. You can have a lot to believe in, and nobody can actually take that energy away from you either. Whatever you're believing in is maybe not attuned to certain people that come through your life that aren't ready for understanding. They want to still stay in the sheep clothing. They want to move forward. They're quite content and satisfied in just doing nothing with their lives, achieving nothing. And it's unfortunate that so many people are still programmed by the system, and there's no end in sight. It's going to get much worse than what it is right now. There's going to be a lot of control fight. A lot of people are fighting for control right now, and there's people like little me that I could care less if you guys are going to fight for control. I'll still do my own thing anyway. I don't give a shit. I do what I want to do, and I don't have to ask questions. I don't have to be told what to do. I don't care if I color outside the lines and I get shit for it. I don't care. I don't care, right? I care about, moving more into a spiritual aspect of it, mind you. But when you're not understanding the spiritual action and you're just, kind of braising the top of it, you don't want it to be too much of a hindrance. Okay, so we got Bodies of Water, which we had showing up in that read that we just did for you, Elizabeth. Bodies of Water, male, female. And then we have go outside. Not a good day to go outside because it's raining. So I was telling you, go outside. Nah, forget it. Forget going outside today. And then we have Sedna, which is infinite supply of universal energy. You have an infinite supply of it. Just use it wisely when you're, manifesting with it, or using it as a conduit generator. Be very careful of what you're sharing, where you're sharing it, who you're sharing it with, because a lot of people will take your information and manipulate it for you. Okay, so don't be giving out information that you don't need to be giving out. So, finding balance and resting. You need to get rest as well to be able to function properly, right? Oh, E.T. is in the house. E.T. with the black eye is in the house. I'm just kidding. Wow, damn, behold me, where did I put my glasses? I can't see without my shades. I think they're in the bedroom. Oh. See, I can't even see them. They're right in front of me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously, dudes. Okay, so bodies of water. So cleansing, cleaning your karma lessons, blessing yourself, because if you're on the level, spend time near the water, such as a lake, river, or ocean, or to recharge your batteries. You could even recharge your batteries in the goddamn shower for all I care. Anything to clear the energy, that washes it out, washes away some of the negativity, if you put it the intent. While you're standing in the water, it's almost like, doing your own baptismal experience every day when you take a shower, right? I don't know, but who am I to say, right? So you have been indoors too long. So you haven't been indoors too long. So I think this is like maybe just time to settle down and just relax, where you currently are. Don't be rushing anything anymore. You don't necessarily need to go rushing. Uh, but, we do have to, at one point, go get some fresh air. Right? I'm all game for that. And then we have sitting in the infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows. So long as you get your 2 feet on the ground, I think you're doing pretty good every morning, right? If you can put your 2 feet on the ground, you'll find it is the best feeling in the world to only have to be focusing on that. And that's where you begin. And where you begin and where you end in the daytime is not conclusive as to results that you may find. So I'll leave those 3 energy cards out here. So we're probably going to end up doing 3 readings. I have a funny feeling going on, that we're going to have 3 readings. All right, so reading number 1, we're going to do this. Get some insight. Okay, so I just wanted to shuffle my other Rider-Waite cards just for a minute, so it's nice and shuffle and warmed up, ready to roll. Right? I like to be warmed up. I like to be prepared. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do one more shuffle of this one, then we're going to move to the female and the female deck. Give it a shuffle with the energy that we're going to give through, for everyone in the whole collective. Energy sources are abundant if you know where to look or how to receive them. They're not your typical ones. There's been a lot of change going on, and it's taking everybody by shock. It's not, giving much direction as to how to move or maneuver through it. So that's where we come in and help guide you through it, especially mine. So I'm still batting 100, which is a great thing. I really am grateful that, things are going so smoothly here, that we don't really have a lot of trolls or anything like that going on in the channel, which is awesome. It's a great feeling to know that we're in control of the channel, right? Oh, thanks, Donna. Welcome to the channel. I'm just kind of chilling. It's raining outside, so I wanted to, get a head start on tomorrow's energy. Okay, so we've got a male-female card for the tarot. So the old tarot Rider-Waite is for men. It's a masculine. And then the Witch's tarot is for female. So you get to pick which one you want to go. Do you want to see what the person is doing in regards to when you want to have some insight into whether it be the male or the female of the relationship, or just yourself understanding your duality with being feminine and male, so With that said, it's totally your call. You know, if I had to choose, you speak my language. I'm so happy that you could say that. Thank you very much. Love the compliment. That's awesome. So just what is it that you want to know? Okay, so this I'm going to start doing a read. Seeing as nobody's responding to this, this is going to end up probably iterating with somebody here today. And if it doesn't, I will be shocked. I will, be shocked. I will be shocked. I will definitely be shocked. Be shocked? Yes, I will definitely be shocked. All right, guys. So let's get some fun rolling. Um, hey, no problem, you guys. You guys are awesome. And you're the whole reason why I get to come here every day and just hang out, have fun. You know, give a few, impertinent messages that you may be seeking information for, and it's I can tap into it for you and give you a direction to head in, or the words from Spirit are what they are, right? I have no control over the messages. The only thing I don't control is the message. It just flows. Okay, so it shows itself in the cards. We will probably end up finding that the female cards that are drawn and the male cards, if we're doing like a partnership read, the female and the male will end up complementing each other. They will end up by the end of the reading be as one, or they'll be one separated. Okay, so definitely, ask your questions. Make sure it's the information that you want to know, because you get your one free reading when you actually first join. So make it a good one. And for those that are regular subscribers, if you have a question you want to ask, whether it be through the pendulum or the cards, feel free to do that. Kind of balance yourself. Stop, whatever you're doing. Don't think. Just relax. Take a 5-minute breather, and then when you come back, you can connect, and we'll see what the stars have for, And even if you want to understand more of the masculine side of things, if you're a female and you want to understand your masculine side, this reading will probably resonate for that as well. And for the males that are looking to, find the duality with the female side of themselves, feelings, emotions, and all that, not the logical part, but, the heart chakra dealing with it, they will coincide together. If this is a union that's meant to be and it's written that way, then it's written that way. No sugarcoating. Either take it as it comes, as is directed by Spirit, because Spirit doesn't have patience. It does not have patience. Trust me. Coming into my sleeping realm and disturbing me, and when I sit up in the bed and go, get the fuck out of my dreams. So that's when it's crossed the line for me. So they don't bother me too much anymore. But we still do have them available. They had their time out. They didn't have to stay or do anything that wasn't to their standard. Okay, so we're going to pull on the male energy right now. We're going to cut, and we're going to get one card for the night. For them, we're jumping. Are we jumping? We're jumping. We're going to jump in. We're going to jump for the masculine for February 1st, 2019. Let's see what else is popping here. Let's see what's jumping for you guys, for the masculines. Or the ones that are, have the masculine and they understand their masculine side that they have experienced and now are moving in a direction of positivity. So you definitely have the moon card that you're still as one, but somebody's frustrated with this. This is taking too long for somebody to understand or comprehend what's going on. So somebody's having to take the lead in this. Okay. And the High Priestess. We already know who the High Priestess is resembling, and that's somebody that's giving you the information. So consider myself your high source, your direction to get yourself in tune with your source. And there you go, the Page of Swords. So individual work that you've been practicing and working for the better good of you. And we have the Page of Swords coming out. Okay, one more card, please, Spirit. We'll take 5 cards. All right, we're taking 2. All right, so we're taking 2. take those two too because they were popping out of the deck. Okay, so here is for the masculines. I'm gonna fold it over. Oh, and we want an outcome card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we could do 4. Okay, so we'll do. Okay, I got a figure. Okay, so you got the King of Wands not feeling too much in himself. He's not feeling like he's very prosperous in taking on the challenges of royal positions. He's waiting on something though. He's waited for the person. He's patient, and he's looking backwards. Like he's looking over his right shoulder as to what's there. And then you have the Moon card, the High Priestess. Then you have the Death card, which showed up in the female one earlier as well for someone that we just finished reading. There's a lot of this coming through. Like a lot of people are actually realizing with this new energy that's coming in, it's not the normal energy that we're used to, let alone even experienced in the past lives, right? But then you have, the current situation is your Page of Swords. You're leaning into, understanding yourself as a spiritual being, and that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be at battle all the time, but be well, well thought, or what is the word? Be very well and confident in yourself for these skills to reveal themselves, but don't use them if you don't have to. And the Death card doesn't mean you're going to die. It's just putting old energies to sleep, or dealing with them and sending them on their merry way. So it's clearing the negative that we're kind of seeing. The reverse cards, a lot of reverse cards. So we are maybe using the Death now for all the stuff that still hasn't been done. Is also could be a warning that there's more work that has to be done in regards to, being able to move on. And we have the Three of Wands, then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we all got fucking wands, okay? We got the King of Wands, we got the Three of Wands, and we got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so let's figure out where is the brokenheartedness coming from. What happened between the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands? She's pissed. Whoever this is that you're connecting with is a pissed energy. This is an actual three-dimensional person that's in the realistic world. She's not too happy with the situation that the king now is upside down. So something has gone and split the actual union here in half. She's not interested in anything he has to say. He's trying to tell her, it's okay, blah, 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 I'll take care of it. She's already, gone and taken care of it. She got everything done. She's like, I don't care. I'll do it. I got it covered. And she did. And she managed to, with her little black cat and her magic, she did a little hocus pocus, shimmery boo, made some magic beans and they grew. No, I'm kidding. No, but you definitely need to resolve this rift that is between the two of you. You need to find a mediator because you're both divided. One's on the other side. The road runs down the middle. One's on this side, the other one's on this side. So if you can't travel in the same direction, then you're going to have conflict. You have to be flowing together for this to be a union. And that's maybe why the sun actually looks like it's pissed off too. It's got that stern look at like stop talking to me and go do some work kind of energy. That's what I'm hearing. They're asking for too much. And to be able to go and move on the journey, it's not about who's going to be right and who's wrong. Just get moving on the journey. Okay, get moving. Make a forward movement, right? We want things to start happening. We've got Gemini showing up in here and Cancer. Even the little Scorpio wants to have a piece of the action. So, before it's gone, you better get your piece of action and get moving because there's other people in line waiting to come and be able to experience, their spiritual gifts and to be searching, right? Then you have your you're a high priestess. Your priestess that's high is definitely, something, I'm kidding. Definitely something that could be probably very bizarre to see. All right. So she's all knowledgeable. Do your homework. You've got growth and experience. You have this. It's not like a cross, but it's like a plus sign. Right? So it's B plus J. So what is B? Black. And what is J? Juniper or Jupiter. She's got a little scroll there. She's got the information there, and it's all working together. But the knowledge is there. And there is light shining through. Like there is a prism of light shining through that's allowing to be a beacon for your journey. When you're in meditative state, it'll illuminate itself for you. So the Death card is revealing, and it's working with the Three of Swords. So we all know that Three of Swords is an ending of a relationship, breakup, mass stress, and the Death card had to finally fall suit to that, so that there could be a moving of motion, moving forward without carrying too much with you of past energy, and letting it go. Working with it or let it go. One of the two. You can't keep both going. You either have to keep one or the other for the time being, and until you can learn to manage both sides, right? So there's a lot of changes happening here as well. Like there's so many uh, changes that there's only one, two. Okay, so this guy is waiting for something. He's the Three of Wands. He's patiently waiting for something, but he's not expecting it to show up. Even he's just praying and hoping that somewhere out there has what he needs, and it hopefully will come to him, because this person is obviously quite lazy in everything that they do. They don't like to move to go and make sure that things are happening for themselves. They can just kind of take it and wait for it to be handed to them on a silver platter. This could be somebody that you're interacting with that thinks that they're better than what they should be, and has been ego-based the whole situation to himself, right? He's taking it for all that he can for himself. But the queen is the king's not really, in a position, I guess, to actually do anything. He's kind of under the weather. He's in reverse. He's trying to figure out where things went wrong. He may be figuring out, doing some introspecting into the relationship of what his purpose was at that time, asking for direction from the knowledgeable one, and, setting these energies that have been causing you such pain and anguish. If this is you, the King of Wands, the Death card will help and alleviate some of that stress for you. But dogs barking at the moon, right? But it's a sun, so you have the energy from the sun that's going to either bring you forward or it's going to leave you stagnant. One of the two. But you have to maybe sit back and realize, what is it you want so bad? Because there's nothing showing that you're even moving in a direction of a path, or what do you want? A work relationship? Do you want relationship? Like there's no understanding of anything here. It's like, you've been running on autopilot for like the last however many years until you came here. If you're on this channel, then you know that you're on the right one, as far as your changes. And they're going to be dramatic changes. Like you're not going to be able to even go back to really where it was safe for you to be, right? You have to find a new sanctuary for yourself within yourself. Um, but yeah, so the Death card's on his way. He's taking care of whatever's in the way, all the carnage, whatever is in store, and then he's going to allow the king to come back to life, and his queen is actually looking for. He's still looking for people behind, but he's already been passed by them, and he's been sleeping on the job. He's not even looking towards the future. He's too much caught up in the past of situations that he's come across, right? But yeah, no, he has a good sense of waiting, turning around, making sure that everybody is taken care of as a king should, right? Looking after his people. Um, and it's going to bring a lot of changes within the actual dynamic of his life. It's very confused, doesn't know what direction to head in, doesn't know who to talk to, and this is like something that's going to be able to be carried through for someone, and somebody's going to be of assistance to a person that might be asking the questions, right? So always remember that it's not about the question, it's how you ask the question. Okay, so we're going to go now over to the female version, see what's going on for the female side of things. We want some direction for the feminine side of our people visiting for February 1st, 2019. What is going on in the world for the women? Why are we being chosen? Why are we having to struggle? Why are we having to experience the hardships? We shouldn't have to be experiencing them, but we are. Definitely we are. So we're going to grab 2 more cards, please, Spirit. I'm going to do a triangle read for this. And then we go 2 cards. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's find out what's going on here. We got the 10 of Wands, so the end of something. Lightening your load. You're in the home stretch. You know, you've gone a long distance to go in to heal this 10 of Wands. You have them all bundled up. You can handle carrying them. This could mean that somebody is coming back from a work experience. Um, wow, these ones are bizarre. So anyways, he's going to be presenting you with the Ace of Swords. There is somebody that's waiting. The 4 of Pentacles, he's holding on still. Why is this guy holding on so tightly? He's not letting go. What are we going to do with him? He's not supposed to be, you know, continually taking over here. We've got to elude him or undo him from this relationship. But it could resemble, you know, maybe there's somebody in your life that is going to come back around and has cherished something, cherished the pentacle like as if it was maybe possibly your energy or you as a being. He's carrying that pentacle to prove that, you know, he's not giving up, that he's worthy of it. He's a hard worker. He's willing to put everything on the line for the Ace of Swords to come out for the female. And we are very strong as spiritual beings. The female, we can, you know, have babies. We can go through a lot of stressful moments and multitasking and everything. And I think the men kind of get lost without us when we're there. They're so used to us being, you know, the ones taking care of them. But then you know, you go on a little vacay, you come back and the house is just a mess. Like, you know, that's a man for you. Bachelor time. You know, so I want clarification on this 4 of Wands. Or 4 Pentacles, sorry. My mistake. Can I get a card for the 4 Pentacles? What is the purpose of the 4 Pentacles showing up now when the work has already been done? The work has already been done. So now the person is showing up, you know, maybe to receive payment. Maybe the payment's not been received. But, you know, the hard work has been paid in full. It's not up to you to make sure that it's divvied after it leaves your hands. So you pay the contractor does the work, and then off you go. But I think this one dude is like, no, I'm not leaving. I like it here. But standing on 2 Pentacles, like, I don't understand why you would need to stand on your own money just to keep it down. It doesn't make sense. So then we have the Sun card in reverse. So this new beginning has kind of been put on hold a little bit for the female counterpart, and just accept it for what it is right now, because there's a lot of confusion with the actual masculine side or masculine side of the person dealing with that. And then this is a female side dealing with, you know, still having the masculine being reliant on you, right? So, you know your journey, you know where you want to go, but you have to be able to also assist the partner that you are with. If they're not understanding what's going on, it's up to you to show, teach, and tell your experiences and let them judge for themselves. You know, if they don't like the idea of whatever, you know, they have an opinion about something about you and your spiritual work, then allow them to have the option to voice their, you know, their reasoning or their concern or whatever it may be, but allow them the respect to be able to understand the venture. You may end up opening the door for them to, you know, kind of have those questions answered, right? So be on your lookout for when you're able to be of service. Doesn't mean you have to be of service all the time, but it does mean that you have to be dealing it with integrity, with honesty, with, you know, nothing but the truth, so help you God kind of energy, right? You know, so this is something that you are used to, this kind of energy happening. He is a good worker. Then he gets, you know, paid, and then all he wants to do is just kind of, you know, spend it or whatever. And then, you know, you're back to the Ace of Swords. You're having to put, you know, your foot back down with the boy or the man that you are dealing with. He's kind of slacking. So who else is going to do the job? Is obviously going to be someone else that you're going to have to either hire or you're going to have to do yourself. So with that being said, I feel like this earth energy that may be coming through has to be put in their place. I don't feel that the boundaries for this person have been met by them or by you. Every time you go to do it, though, you are getting distracted from the purpose of, nobody wants, somebody sitting on their front porch, um, waiting for whatever it is, for the hard work, the labor, and not thinking that they're worth more than that. But the Ten of Wands was done by one person. You didn't even need the other person, but still the other person got paid. Okay. So that's the other thing you need to focus your energy on, and make sure that your finances are in order and that you're not overpaying or having to pay twice the amount that you first came across, right? And the Ace of Swords is going to bring direction, and there's your Ace of Cups on top of the Sun card. So that pretty much says it all. You guys are definitely moving towards people that are more suited for you, that are more definitely energy-wise at the same vibration, and you're going to succeed at it, right? You're going to definitely succeed at this journey, because it's not like hard. Everybody thinks it's such a hard journey to go through to, unveil your own personal experience, right? We're going to get an outcome card, please, to finish off this 5-card reading spread, please. Give me one more card, please, for the outcome for our females, for the feminine side of the aspect. Okay, so out card. All right, so the Ten of Swords is not ready. You're not ready to give it up yet. You're not ready to give it up yet, which is fine. You're working towards settling everything so you can move forward. So you're not leaving anything, kind of loose in the wind, that you basically have been walking through your journey and dealing with each sword. But now it's worn you out. Time to take a break, cut off that energy. Don't have to deal with it no more, because it's over and done. Okay, so the death has happened spiritually for whatever connections you did have. But it is in reverse, so it could possibly give you some more time if you so choose it to be. You're in control. You're the only one that can say yes or no, yay or nay, right? So that's but I feel that let's see here. Yeah, because there's no growth. There's absolutely no growth in the situation. That was what that answer is. There's no growth. Absolutely put on hold. Everybody is doing their fair share of work spiritually. And then you have just the one, that feels that he doesn't have to do anything as required by the pentacles he's earned. There is a definite person that's dealing with a greed, thinks he's going to be in control and that's it. His word is the final word, which isn't the way it's going to be. He's going to be awoken to what it really is, what it is. And then you're going to have a youthful energy coming through, okay, which gets you guys all pumped up and gets you moving, gets you motivated, for the new beginnings, new journeys. Your Ace of Cups is overflowing, but you have residual energy that's could be blocking a lot of this. So this one, your cup is overflowing, so you will end up getting the flow. Ace of Cups, let's hope that it kind of runs over here a little and be able to nourish the land that we must be taken care of, right? So there's a lot of earth energy here. There's a lot of earth experiences here that are kind of playing out for the sake of humanity, and people that need to understand what's going on will definitely get it. You either get it or you don't. Nobody's theories or thoughts are bigger than anybody else. Everybody is on a equal playing field, regardless of what your knowledge base is. Okay, you can't be forcing the energy on anybody or anything, but it's great when you have people of your like mind around. Okay, so I want to find out more about the overall outcome for the masculine and feminine together as one. I want to see what cards are in store for the union of the masculine and feminine through these two readings. What's the energy? What's the answer? What's the answer? What is the answer going to be? Yes or no? Yes for earth energy. Come on, what's going on? Wow. 3 cards, so it's going to come in threes. And bottom of the deck, we have the Union card. Okay. So after everything is completed, after you've done all your soul searching, all your kind of shadow work, dealing with the darkest pointers of your soul, and understanding them instead of just looking at them and saying, "Oh well, big deal," I don't need it. Don't worry about it. I would worry about it, okay? Because those are the things that are going to keep you bogged down. They're not going to allow you to move freely like you should be able to, meaning that you're going to always feel like you're carrying like a 600-pound weight with this energy that's holding on. This could end up being somebody that has come back through from your past, a female. I do feel a female in here, and she's the Nine of Swords. So in order for the Ten of Swords to come into meaning, we have the the Nine of Swords reflection. Uh, don't be melodramatic. Melodramatic. Like look at her. She's just like trying to play the Juliet, so artificial. People that are fake that are going to feed you information, and it's false information. They are not telling you the truth of how things are. They're fooling you. Okay, you're turning into the fool again with that Nine of Swords, and they're taking you advantage of the situation to the best of their abilities. Now, we have the Strength card, so now it's a Leo energy that's going to step in with your Strength card, and you're going to stand up, and you're going to not be held um, in pain or having to revisit the pain energy now that you have your Strength back. So, if this is in correlation to getting someone back for a relationship cause, the overall energy is it's a strength. It's going to take a lot of your willpower, your strength, your experience to be able to manifest it. And then we have again the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is here for protection. It's here to guide you down a path and be in tune with the universal energy of dragon energy that's unstoppable. Okay, it's unstoppable energy once you start it. Um, so yeah, just focus within yourself, work through, and if you're feeling that you just can't manage to get that last little bit done, feel free to email me if you have any questions or any insight that you want more of. But there's a lot of earth energy coming on the female side, and then it starts going to very blue. So this could be the Cancer sign that's being dramatic. Could be a Cancer person within the mix of you that's taking, the Romeo, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo, kind of energy that's very artificial and putting on a show in regards to, her experiences, and she's just the melodramatic, you know, one that they didn't see coming. But I feel that it is a definite water, like melodramatic, harsh melodramatic person. So if you have a melodramatic person and that is in part in your circle of friends or whatever, and you have that melodramatic one, uh, she could be the one that is trying to receive, but she's selling herself short, like really short. Then being able to move those swords and just let Romeo. Okay, we're not waiting for fucking Romeo no more. Romeo didn't show up for you. Okay, so let it go. Take your Romeo and take it away now, please, because we want the real Romeo to, we want the Ten of Swords to be our Romeo now. That's what we want. The Ten of Swords that's currently suffering somewhere will definitely be able to come through now because we've acknowledged that there's a Nine of Swords for someone that's, trying to manipulate and be melodramatic in regards to the truth. Okay? Bottom of the deck for Witch's Tarot today is, let's see, we have, what? Oh, we have the Four of Wands. Celebrations. Celebrations, engagements. A lot of parties may be coming up, or you may be attending parties that you'll end up meeting people at. And you may very well stumble across someone that might be resonating or vibrating on the same level of your existence and the happiness. You vibrate higher when you're happy, when you're not sitting down slumped out. You're just like out having a good time, dancing and enjoying your friendships and the benefits of having friends and standing tall and supporting each other. Like we got the Four of Wands, they're supporting each other while they enjoy, but they're still having a good time, and their wands are having a purpose that don't always, one doesn't always have to be working. You don't always have to be working. experiencing is what you're supposed to be working at, right? So you want to focus your energy towards, an activity or experiences that best suited to your belief, right? My belief system has absolutely done a 380 or a 360, whatever it is, a full circle. And I've learned, how people feel that they're in control. And then when you call them on their control issue or their, you know, they get defensive and run away. It's unfortunate that, you have to, if you're a God-fearing person, that your bishop of your church or whatever you want to call your pastor or whatever, you go up and ask them, questions like spirit work and all this kind of weird stuff and see what they say. Ask them about, what the Bible says and how it's, the actual Antichrist that I believe I read through the Bible is, it's a female that's going to be returning. And the outlook is supposed to be, that. But I don't feel that it's going to happen that way. I don't feel that's going to be the answer to everything. But I don't believe that there's going to be a second coming. But that's just my opinion. I had to close that life out of me. Religion does not sit well with shamans. I'll be like a spokesperson for spirit to a church or give them direction, but I will not enter another church for the simple fact that I made that on a condition that I would never walk into that church again. They can take whatever they're offering and excuse my language, but shove it up their ass and grab some toilet paper because they got heavenly soft toilet paper too that they can wipe their own ass with when they get, when they get into the situation. I have no use for them. I have no use for an arrogant pastor or bishop that thinks his shit don't stink. And he actually is sitting in office believing his own bullshit. Like, how do you figure that one? I have this real religious angst that will not go away, right? I have no use for religion at all. I have no use for God except for when I need to have him. But who is God? I don't even know if there's even a God existence after doing all this work and then finding out through many different channels on YouTube that it's not real. Your life is just, there's nothing. And when you hit that wall, you really hit the wall. And it's not kind way of hitting it. You get smacked, you're running at Mach 50 and you just go BAM! And that's it. You hit that wall and you don't go any further. That's where I've gone. I have gone and hit that wall. I am not moving forward because of religious beliefs. I'm not moving forward because everybody wants me to be this way. I'm not moving forward because I have work to do that, I have people to discuss matters with. And, I'm going to write a letter formally to the head temple in Salt Lake City, Utah, and they're going to get a piece of my mind. They're not going to like it. I might even make just a phone call down there and see what the bishop has to say when I call him and repeat exactly what I said about what's going on. Right? So, I have that to deal with. I have yet to finish writing or, transcribing something into text so that I can send it, email it, whatever, and tell them my thoughts and see if they'll us communicate me. That's what, the thing they do when you go against the grain of when you're going against the grain of the religious sector of, society, and you're going at them with a whole different spirituality or anything, gets very, very freaky. I wouldn't worry about it. But I guarantee if I was probably to walk into that church up at the street up by my place, there's a lot of churches around. Like you can choose from any church. They still read from the same book. As far as I know, it's the King James Version. I destroyed mine. I literally ripped it apart, threw it in the garbage can, and destroyed it. I didn't want it. I wanted nothing to do with it. Even though when I first stepped onto that unit, when I went and had my nervous breakdown there from taking on too much, the girl walked past me and says, "Thank God Jesus is here." And I went, "Huh?" what the fuck? Why are we talking about Jesus? And I just thought about that, experience, and the Jesus vibration opening up within myself, not being a man coming back from the sky, but it's the energy that you unlock that is like Jesus' energy, right? That's the way I look at it. I don't believe in religion, you know, but if there was to be a Jesus, it's a concept. It's not a person, but a concept of ways that we should be doing our monthly, or whatever energy readings, whatever you want to call it, our sanctifying our soul, taking ohms with God, Father, above God, whatever you want to insert your belief to as Allah, whatever, it doesn't matter. You believe in what you want. For me, it's the Creator, right? And that's who created us. And we only wanted people to come here like we did and do the right thing and look after Mother Earth, but no, nobody can do that even. It's too far gone. Who really cares now, right? Everybody's like, well, whatever. But when you go through it, I definitely have no reason to want to even be here. I'll be happy when they come knocking on my door. When they come knocking on my door, and they got the officer standing back, having that vision or that experience of lying on my couch underneath a sheet, and there's only two other people in the house with me, and my son was sitting on the other couch, and then all of a sudden it went into parallels. We're meeting the other side, and my son had turned into a paramedic. My partner turned into a paramedic. I was laying under a white sheet on my bed, on my sofa, and it was like I couldn't take that sheet off. I was too fearful of taking the sheet off to see what it was. But it was bizarre. It was absolutely the bizarrest thing I've ever experienced. Same, I just, and then feeling my other son's energy walking through the house, and him literally saying on this timeline that I was channeling into, I wish we should have been here for her. We should have been here and been checking in on her more. We should have been doing more for her. And it's like, I'm not going to die. I already had my spiritual death, so what the hell? Why are they, here? Because I'm not really dead. I can still feel myself inside my body. Like, it blew my mind that I was actually going through an experience. If there was a trance state to go through, that would have been one of them. And it was bizarre. I just remember it from today. I'll never forget it either. That's one thing you have to work through, right? You get to take all the memories that you've made over the years, refile them, take them out, and delete things that you don't want. And that means generally in all lives, right? All people need to, focus some energy and trying to be, and still be able to function with multitasking stuff. Or, if you're too shy to ask for help, don't fear it. Just do it. Because you'll be amazed as to how many actual great and awesome people actually are out there caring about people that, don't really care about themselves, or they, are sitting with nothing, right? I may not have a lot to give, but I'll give what I can, if it's a way to help, like toothpaste, toothbrush, your basic essential kind of things. But I try to do the best that I can, even with my own, supplies and food and things that I need in my life to function. It takes a lot. And I don't know. So I'm gonna pull one spirit card because I think I'm gonna cut this one a little bit shorter. If I can't even see the chat, so I don't know if anybody wanted a reading or not. I don't know. My chat's not showing up on my one phone here. It keeps opening and then it closes right away. So we'll pull an overall for both male and female energies that we've got going on. That these guys have now made us to recognize them as. Okay, so we're gonna spirit animal. We better not change sides. Better stay neutral. You're a neutral card. Stay neutral, and we'll get along just fine. Okay, so let's see what the overall outlook. That a lot of people may be, kind of stuck in the mud, maybe feeling like they're not, spinning their tires and just not getting anywhere. If there's a message of, love possibilities, or how to handle the love situations that may be developing for people here and other people that are not on my channel. So we're going to find out, what does spirit animals have for us today? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have ant. We have ant showing up. So the strength to get us through is what we need to draw and be, thinking about, how an ant carries how much weight. It carries an unsurmountable amount of weight compared to their little bodies. So meaning that, the strength that you are given and work on a daily basis from experiences that you're going through, this ant is like a symbolic meaning to somebody that's a hard worker, that's somebody that can carry their own and then some, has been honorable to be an ant. Like they're such a busy workers. You always see them going. They're like little energy batteries that are going and going and going. But it's because that's how they build up their strength. They keep taking on more. And as you see them walking away with a breadcrumb, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Like, you see them on your counter and they pick up a grain of sand or a sugar or something off the thing, and it's just like the same size as their head. You know what I mean? Like, it's comical to watch an ant actually struggle with. It's not funny to watch it struggle, but it's funny that it would be struggling with something that is like a giant breadcrumb to us, but it's like a granule of sand. But for them to be able to carry, a bread chunk, like a tiny little bowl of what do you call bread or something, or a chip. You see them walking around with it in their little chompers and carrying it. Like, that's just funny. I think it's cool. I think that the ant is the most they're not widely recognized, but hopefully now that we have our spirit animal here, Mr. Ant will continue doing his work. Hard worker, always there, dependable. So this could be you in your general personal kind of aspects of yourself, that you're honorable. You have the strength for a dozen, and you keep moving forward. You don't let things get in your way. If you do, then you pick them up and move them out of the way, or you go around it, right? That's what ants do. They don't get caught up in all the drama of, oh, who's going to this, this crumb, or who's going to that crumb. That's my crumb over there in the far yonder. I'm going to get my crumb, and then picks up all the other crumbs. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just a crummy world when we have ant doing all the work. No, I'm kidding. The ants are very strong, very hard workers. And I give a lot of credit to the little guys. They really can keep their own and work as a team. That's what it's all about, teamwork. There's no I in team, and we all work together and we manifest things, and we have our lovely little ant that's taking care of all the little stuff. So so the overall for the ant is just draw on your strength. That's a 10. Okay, so now number 1, and there's one person in chat, 0 likes, and we have the same on the card, is a 10. So that means 0 cancels out, so it's 1. So 1 is the main character, which is you. So ant is you. Okay, ant will be you if you allow it to be your strength and guide, and to remember what the purpose of the ant is, right? To carry burden is to carry and build the strength up. Because I'm sure if you were an ant, you'd probably question, that looks awfully big, I can't do it. But, when you're training and you're doing everything and you keep a repetitive system going for yourself, you build your strength, whether it be emotional, physical, or spiritual strength, it doesn't matter. So long as you are building for yourself and being able to move, right? And so, somebody just said, okay, hang on. I need to see my chat. I can't even get my live chat to work here. Okay, so Ariam, we'll see you later. Marissa, hi. Donna, Jess, can you do my question? Yes. Do you speak my language? Thank you for doing it for us. Yeah, so was there something that, okay, see, I'm not even getting these notifications. Okay, so we've got Ant anyways. We've got the Ant showing up in the reading saying, draw on your strength. You're a very strong person. Just remember how to use that strength or how to access that strength card anyway, you know, and just work forward, right? So I'm not even knowing who's wanting to read. So that's your overall energy for the masculine and feminine. You have to be team players. You got to be working together in correlation on the same page kind of thing, right? So we now understand for the simple fact of our um, for the simple fact of these now becoming individual, sexist, sex male, sex female, um, spirit is non-sexual. So always we're drawing a card that's, you know, not doesn't have a correlation to whether it's masculine or feminine. But our cards apparently have now a masculine, feminine kind of channeling, which is cool. That's totally cool with me because it gives us, you know, two cards, two decks that we can work from the male side of things, or we can look at it from the female side of things and be appreciative of the messages that do come through for, you know, our readers, or for me, the reader, for you guys. So I think I might, I ordered another bag, like some of those velvet bags that I'm going to put our little cards into every day. So they have their own little special bag. And that's that. It's a lot easier to take care of, you know, they stay in the bag. Nobody's having any contact with them. You know, like I have my kitchen table set up as my, you know, my reading table, which the only reason is because the back room has to be painted in, and then the office will be back there once more. It's just a matter of getting it painted. Okay, so yeah. So I'm glad you guys could join us. We're gonna end with a couple questions. If you guys have questions to answer, be happy to answer two questions, whether it be in correlation to me or the card being pulled, or whatever you need clarifying on. And I'll give you guys like a couple minutes to maybe think of a question you want answers for, and then we'll ask Spirit which way to best answer the question. Um, yeah, I'm not too big fan of this wildberry, but I'll have to drink it. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so we need. Okay. Okay, where are we going here? Okay, so nobody needs reading. Okay, cool. Where is my oh. Let's see. Alright, so now we're trying to get in here. One sec, guys. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. This is what? This is scary? Why is this scary for you? I don't mean to scare you, I just give the messages. Okay, sounds good, Donna. We'll see you. Don't forget to come back any other time. You're always welcome. Don't forget to become a subscriber. We're getting close to the 100th subscriber. It's going to be free reading day for Emmy. So it'll be everybody getting a reading that wants one for whatever, however long I can go for. I'm going to see what the marathon one can go like and how long I can do these for. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be free reading day for Emmy. So it'll be every. Okay, so we're going to call it and that. I will see you guys later on today. I'm going to do a late afternoon chat, say for about 5, around 5:30, 6 o'clock, like we normally do. We'll be pulling and opening all the cards up tonight and seeing what's in store. All right, so hopefully we get 100 subscribers is our goal, and when we get that, we all get to benefit from it. Not only does the person, the 100th person, whoever it may be, will get a priority reading. And we'll see what happens. Well, donations can be made also to my PayPal account, which I will put in. So your donations can be made. It's great that you guys can donate. Donate your money to a good cause. So the donation link is there in the chat. You can make your donations there. Email, you can get the rest of the information in the actual post down below. But it'd be great to be able to see some donations coming in for the sake of the channel, and you definitely get a reading if things go well, right? So we'll start randomly picking people. Once we get the 100 people, we're going to have to do like a lottery, kind of pick people's numbers, so whoever's in order, it's going to be kind of random. So those are kind of the things we need to look at and be aware of what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm just going to pop our cards up here for now. So hopefully we can get 98 subscribers, or 2 more subscribers for the channel. But I'm going to head out. Hopefully by the time we come back. Got an interruption there.